Hey everyone, welcome to Hedgehog Hollow. Today's 2-minute tip is a viewer requested one, which is some of my favorites because we love doing videos that you want to see. So if you have a tip or a video that you'd like to see us do, be sure to drop them in the comments section below. Now we're back to one of my favorite products, Sticky Grid. So if you haven't seen my videos about Sticky Grid, I love this product from Sizzix. It's a bit like a long-term super sticky post-it note that's sticky all over. I first of all started using it in my Misty. If you want to know more about that, check that top right hand corner. It basically means I don't have to use magnets in my Misty at all, which I think is awesome. I also have done some tips about how to use it with stencils, and again you can check that video out in that top right hand corner. And some of you said, well, can I use it in my Tim Holtz platform because it doesn't have a mouse mat and foam? Yes, you absolutely can. But to also answer another question, you can use foam in your Tim Holtz platform with photopolymer stamps, because some of you asked me, is that possible too? Yes, it is. Again, you can check that top right hand corner as well, because I have done that as well. I also did a video around about 18 months ago for scrapbook.com with 10 tips for using your Tim Holtz platform for scrapbook.com. Again, check that top right hand corner. You've seen lots of little things popping in. We'll make sure we've linked all of those videos up for you. Now, there are a couple of places that still do have the Tim Holtz platform in stock. They are discontinued in North America. They are still available in Europe. And I'll make sure that anywhere that still has them available, I'll link them in the description for you. Some places still have some stock left, so I'll make sure those links are there for you. But I wanted to do this tip because lots of you still have this platform and it's a question I get a lot. So Sticky Grid, it comes in packs like this, or you can get smaller packs that you can tile. So there's lots of different options for sizes, and you'll see it popping up a lot on my channel because I say it's one of my favorite products. But I have cut a piece down. This is the mini Tim Holtz platform. There is a larger size as well, but I'm going to pop it into the mini because this is Maddie's one and she wanted it in hers, so I said I would use hers for the video. So I'm going to open this up. I've cut this piece down. The Sizzix is at the bottom here. You can just about see it through the release paper. But I cut this down to be 6 inches across, and then that's where the Sizzix is at the bottom here, and lengthways down to the bottom here, so that's from the Sizzix at the bottom to the grid at the top, is about 6.5 inches tall. So you can trim them down to any size you want. And what I'm going to do is I've already cleaned the bottom of her platform because it was a little bit grubby. I've just cleaned it down with some isopropyl alcohol. So I've made sure it's nice and clean, and I've given it a wipe down with some kitchen towels. You want to make sure it's nice and clean. That's going to mean that your sticky grid stays in there for the longest time, and it's going to give you the most value. Then I'm going to take my grid and I'm going to take it, I'm leaving the top piece on. I've just taken off the bottom release and I'm putting it up against that grid. So I've butt it up against this top piece here and against this side piece here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I've popped that into there. And I'm just going to push that down. Then I'm going to take my craft pick because it just makes life much, much easier. And I'm going to peel that top piece of release paper off, just like this. So now that is installed. Now I could just leave it like this. That would work absolutely fine. I'd have no issues whatsoever. And you do have this little tab here, so if you wanted to remove it any time, it's absolutely temporary. And you'll see there's this little piece that floats around and often hops into videos. Now this piece has been going around my craft room for about 3 weeks, and you know I craft a lot. I do videos every single day, and it is still incredibly sticky. I use it for stencils and all sorts of things. So you can really do that. But Maddie wanted hers installed permanently, so I'm going to do that for her. I'm going to use some of this masking tape. This lasts a pretty long time. You could also use some pretty duct tape. You can use all sorts of things, but this will work absolutely fine. So I'm going to take some scissors. This is my purple masking tape. This is not the Thermoweb purple tape. This is purple masking tape. Again, I will link it up for you, of course, in the description. So I'm going to go over that flappy edge because that's the bit that I find starts peeling off first. So I don't want to have a flappy edge. So I'm going to stick that down. I'm just cutting a piece of masking tape to go along there. And I'm going to do the same along this edge here as well. And this just means it stays in there just a little bit longer. It extends the life. But these sticky grids, I mean, I've had the one in my Misty probably for 4 or 5 months. I mean, it came out in the summer, so it's been there a reasonably long time. I've only had to replace it once. And that was fairly recently. So the first one lasted me a long time. And this one I think is going to last me even longer just because I've stuck it down and I've learned some different ways to stick it down. So again, I'm just going to do that and I'm going to trim a nice straight edge for her. And I'm going to pick up that little bit of masking tape that's snuck in there. So that is how I would install it. And this is how it works. So I'm going to stick my piece of paper in. This is how I'm going to stamp. So I don't need any magnets anymore. I'm going to grab this. I'm going to get Greg to just grab me any stamp from behind him. Just pick a stamp, Greg. Whatever one comes to hand. There we go. So this is the new Be Happy from Lawn Fawn. I'm going to grab a stamp on here. So she would pop her stamp down like this. She's going to use her clear side. It's a photopolymer stamp. You press it down, you lift it up, you would do all your stamping appropriately like this. And then whenever you're ready to pick it up, if you have nails, you can do that. Or just grab your craft pick, pick the corner, pick it up, off you go, ready to go. And of course you can take your stamps off of here. This is completely removable. And if you do want to remove your sticky grid, you can do that too. You've still got access to this corner up here. Just grab your craft pick. It'll peel away really easily. As I say, it's kind of like a industrial post-it note. So it is still temporary adhesive, all those kinds of things. I absolutely love it. I hope you've enjoyed today's quick tip and I hope it answered your question if it's been one of you who've left a comment. If you do have any other questions, leave those in the comments below. We always try to add them to our video list as well. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell too. And we'll see you again in I'll see you again tomorrow in another video. We have videos every single day. We also have some exclusive coupon codes in the video description for you. And don't forget to sign up to our Friday sales newsletter. We always add exclusive coupon codes, the latest sales, things going on that weekend in the craft industry, as well if there's any sales and things going on or any events going on that we know of as well. So sign up for that too at thehedgehoghollow.com and give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again tomorrow. Happy stamping, everyone. Bye.